He was gonna be sleeping. He in Asia. Um,
You really
okay.
gotta get time zones together.
You said what?
You gotta get your time zones together. Get your
Yeah,
math right.
yeah. My times.
How you? It's 8:00. It's 8. So.
Yeah, yeah. No. The time zone is very much in the works right now. I'm getting everything set up. I was in NOLA in LA and having to set up, and I had to get the StreamYard while you were unavailable. The girl from Pipanema. So while you were unavailable, I had to get and so when I bought it, I was in NOLA, and so it set me up on Central Time. So now I got to do all the mathematical adjustments when I'm on Central Time. When I'm not on Central Time. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you wrong?
Hold on, that's wrong. Oh, you can't be coughing during my songs.
I feel like the cough with emphasis is where the
okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the drum.
Yeah, actually, as you said something, I was feeling the cough. I was feeling the cough. Hold on. The podcast. The podcast. The podcast. The podcast. The podcast. Oh, the podcast. Oh, the podcast. Hey, the podcast. The podcast. Yay! We're back for another episode of the podcast. We are finally back again to being the most popular podcast in the Brooklyn area at this time, period, in America. Yeah! The podcast. I now got a couple of trinkets going down. I got my microphone set up. I purchased the microphone, so my mic setup is dope now.
Oh, nice.
So I'm Gucci on that. Now, next, all we doing, we're working toward the computer, the new computer. So your donations, your sacrifices of your dollars to our Patreon and to my
that bandwidth up.
You know what I mean? Get that. Why are you talking about my bandwidth though?
Because you're the only one delayed right now. Like,
am I delayed? I am delayed right now.
I feel like I'm talking to a subtitle movie.
Oh, word? Oh shit, man. Hold on. So see, no. That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely got to get my bandwidth up. You know, everybody in my house, we all be on the internet. We're all like internet users. So a part of that is like either I got to go straight down next to the router, which is preposterous. I can't be comfortable being right next to the router. Like, you know what I mean? So until I get my bandwidth game up and they donate more money, we're gonna work. We're taking a step at a time. We're taking a step at a time.
Okay.
Right,
I also find that it's mad funny that like the internet kind of just went full circle. Cause remember, like when the internet first came out, and like you couldn't be on the phone, like you could only do it at one computer at a time.
Yeah.
Like the more people online, the slower that shit went. And then it was like, ooh, 5G, ooh, 2G, 3G, 4G, LTE, 5G. And now it's like, no, mad niggas is online, so the shit is mad slow.
Damn, you on my broadband again, son. I just dialed up. Yo. Let me see. I'm trying to get my pen. I have a pen. That's what I'm smoking this week. I gotta find a pen. Give me 2 seconds to find this pen.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to
go out the country for 1 week and you just don't know how to act. You coming up with fucking.
I did not go out the country. I went out of the state, but it felt like the country. You went out of the country.
I went out the country 1 week. I come back and you brand new, right? You got a theme song. You got a fake pen. You like, what's next? You have an afro on that hat. If you got an afro on your hat,
No, I do not have an afro under my hat. I do got a chewing stick right here though, just to be extra black. Let me see if I do this right here. Will this?
It's the last. Like there's no other. You gotta do extra black right now. What is going on in the side?
I tried to do my other camera. I always try to do my other
Don't do
camera.
it.
Why can't I do my other camera? Because my other camera will bring me to the right speed. You'll be able to see me in real time.
You gotta pick a camera and commit. Like,
but if I use my phone, I can't bring my special guest on, and I got a special guest for today. So, right now.
Right now?
Yes. No. Well, my guest is not here right now, but we starting the show with the topic. What are you smoking?
I am in the classics this week. I'm smoking some blue cheese.
Okay, is that a classic? Is blue cheese a classic?
I feel like blue cheese is a classic. It's a hybrid of like something else.
Blue Dream and
cheese, some type of cheese.
Dick cheese?
I don't know.
Are you smoking dick cheese right now?
I might be. Who knows? Like I feel like somebody's dick has been on this weed.
Oh no! No. That's not what I was looking at here. Somebody's just like.
Anyway, what kind of pen you got? What pen you
got? Right now, I myself am smoking on something called Eureka. Eureka is obviously a sativa. I'll tell you how I got this pen. I was traveling in the middle of the pandemic. I got a job for AFN. It was like a Jewish finance network. And they were basically, they gave me money to travel across America and talk to businesses, right? And when I got to Utah, a young lady by the name of Val DeRoe, who's a comedian, gave me this pen. And we smoked this pen and traveled, and we jumped off of rocks, and it was the first time I've ever cliff dived. And
into what, nigga?
Into water. I cliff dived into like a lake, like a lake. We cliff dived into a lake, and then I almost drowned her nephew because I didn't know I was supposed to catch him and save him. And when he got in the water,
you didn't know you were supposed to catch the child.
Well, it wasn't my kid, so I didn't tell him to jump in the water.
Like a fatherly instinct or something like that?
Yeah, I did. And as I'm trying to save him, and he's drowning, and I'll start to drown because he's drowning. I'm like, damn it! I didn't want to be the black guy who can't swim. And then I was like, help! And then these two white dudes jump in the water and save me. And one white guy puts me on his chest. And I'm like swimming, and he's like carrying me, and I'm like,
that sounds like a real Baywatch moment.
Oh man, I was so upset, yo. I was so because I did not. They were playing black music on this cliff. It was a whole bunch of white people. I was the only black person there besides Dukes, and I
feel like I would jump off too.
I had to jump off. It's the
only way to get away.
Yeah, I know. I had to jump off to prove that I was a black guy who could swim. Because I was like, I want to dispel all the stereotypes here. So I jumped in the water. I was swimming. I was good. But it was when I had to save the little white kid and almost kill him, which was problematic.
I feel like that was enough. You weren't there to be the hero, okay? You were there to be the black guy who could swim. It's enough stereotypes dispelled for one day. Like, the fuck did y'all want? Like, come on.
It was enough in theory, but you know what I mean?
Asking a lot right now. They asking a lot. I feel like
black men are considered superheroes in this country. So if I'm not doing any kind of superhero antic, that's the truth. Black men.
Listen. If you can kneel on a black man's neck for 7 minutes and he still dies, not superheroes. I think we're already. I don't know.
They got really
a little.
I got AV Perkins in the background. I don't know if she can hear me yet. Can you hear me, AV? Wave if you can hear me or see me, AV. I'm gonna bring her out in a second.
Only you could see her.
Oh, is that how it goes? Only I can see her.
That's how it goes. When you control it, you're the only one that sees.
But can she hear me though? Can she hear me?
She can hear you.
Yeah. Can she wave to me?
You can't hear her because she's probably not in the stream yet. Until you bring her into the stream, you can't hear her. She can type to you in the private chat though.
Yeah, I just typed to her. I said, wave if you can hear me. Let's see if that popped up to her. I just want to try this new technology. Okay, before she gets on, because she's not really a weed person, the cannabis industry right now is making mad money. Sorry, I didn't know. She said she's been waving. Cannabis industry is making mad money off of cannabis, of course. And I've had the problem because basically they arrested us, took us off the streets as entrepreneurs,
right?
And then made weed legal, bring us out, and then quote unquote giving us grants to be business people. But I'm like, y'all turned us from owners into workers. And I'm mad about that. So I'm trying to figure out what are some of the things that the cannabis industry can do. What can they do? What can they do to... All right, you coughing hella hard over there. I want to smoke whatever it is you're smoking.
And it's a thin ass blunt too. It's not even like a real thick blunt.
Yeah, I saw that. It was looking real. It was looking MAGA. West Indians call it MAGA. Your blunt was looking MAGA. Yeah. So what can the cannabis industry do to make up to Black people, or I want to say people who were disenfranchised?
Buy them houses when they get out of jail. I think when they're freed, I think they should. I think the cannabis industry owes it to Black people to lobby for restorative justice programs and restorative justice programs that come with like reparations.
Yes,
right.
Reparations.
Because anytime somebody has been locked up innocently for however many years of their life that were taken away, they always are able to sue the city or the state that they were locked up in. And especially if like this is a federal crime now, right? You're talking about federal crime. That's the thing too. When states make something legal, it doesn't necessarily make it legal on the federal level. So I think the marijuana industry owes it to lobby for restorative justice and lobby for the federal legalization of weed, like all together to get that to happen and create it. Like, and you got to give motherfuckers money. Like that's the end of the, like, buy us a house, buy me a fucking island, make me an island off the coast of Sri Lanka. I don't know, but they need, you know.
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Why not? Yo, they're making islands off. They've been making islands off the coast of India for years. That shit.
What you mean making islands? Is just putting water, land in the middle of water?
Yes, like adding massive amounts of sand, like relocating sand from one place to another to create sturdy land.
Really?
And create islands. Yes. Yes.
I had no fucking idea. This is
millionaires own islands.
This is news to me. So your island, like your whole fucking house can be swept away in the ocean now.
That's true. But even if you don't own the island, that can happen. That can happen here.
True.
We're on an island. Like the fuck.
Well, I'm in Brooklyn right now. I'm not in Manhattan. Manhattan is an island.
Brooklyn's a part of an island. You know that, right?
What?
Stop it.
Was it part of Long Island?
Yes, Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island are all the same island. We're still on an island.
Can't be.
Stop it. I'm not even going down that road with you because it's not funny. That type of ignorance isn't even funny.
I'm gonna Google
I know people that stupid. I knew people that stupid in life, and I was just like, how?
I'm gonna Google this later.
For you. I don't know how it worked under them, but
hey, let's bring you in here.
What's up, y'all?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, it's Friday all day. So
is that 5 points in your background?
Yeah, I did a little green screen today, so now I got 5 points. You know.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. You shout out to your life for that. You know?
Okay. Were you a graffiti artist, or you just love graffiti or something?
I mean, I missed 5 points.
Okay. But you used to go there and like dance or something like that. What was like 5 points?
I got the. Come on, man! You remember I got the moves. That cycle for
survival. Yes, I did. I did see you dance a lot of dance moves in Cycle for Survival. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what Cycle for Survival is, but it's a fundraiser for rare cancers in, like, I guess it's global now, but I know they were doing it all throughout the Americas. Started by Jen, and don't get me to lying about the dude's name, but they cycle. The young lady passed away of a rare cancer, and every year they continue cycling for her memory, and they raise like hella money, and they basically have like us as volunteers that come and dance in front of paid bikers who
we were hype people.
We were hyped. We were the split stars of
exactly. You brought the energy.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a minute ago.
That was like you were dancing for a Soul Cycle class that was raising money for.
Essentially, yes. But I feel like this is before Soul Cycle like popped off. So
it became a thing.
Yeah.
This might have been like the birth of Soul Cycle, low key.
Yeah. Definitely. And I want to say Soul Cycle in Atlanta is crazy. If you ever go to Soul Cycle in Atlanta, it's the wildest. Like, they have you standing up. You got to be on beat. You be sweating and stuff. You know what I mean? It's a wild event, the Soul Cycle in Atlanta.
Yeah. I've
never been to a Soul Cycle class at all.
Me either.
Take the one in Atlanta by a black lady with a big booty. You will be sweating.
Why do I want to be on a bike that's going nowhere?
Well, metaphorically, it's going nowhere, but just like in life, it's where your mind takes you. So you could be anywhere when you're riding on that bike. But again, if you do it in Atlanta, they're playing all the hits. Usher, Yin Yang Twins. Have you ever cycled to Wait Till You See My Dick? There's something about the whisper songs.
You know what? Okay, I'll match that because I've taken cycling classes like at the Y. Yeah. And you know, the Y in Brooklyn, like everybody is like either Jamaican or a degree of separation from Jamaican. So imagine cycling to like Vibes Cartel. It's another world.
You'd be cycling, you're like, I am bliss. I don't know Vibes Cartel song, but you know, I know him as
it's like your legs are probably moving and your body's like, eh.
Yeah, and you're trying to get the 1 and the 2 and the 3 position.
Like, kind of lit though.
It's fire.
Yeah, no, I definitely want. AV,
what's up?
Who are you?
A woman of mystery. I just want to take up for the size. Man, who am I? I feel like you're getting all deep. Well, my name is AV. I am a DIY expert, influencer. I am a digital host for HGTV, and I'm also the co-founder of University of Dope, the first card game dedicated to hip hop culture. So,
that sounds hella dope.
I love the fact that you're an amazing black woman. You came on the podcast. Where's your drink? She hit me up. She was like, is it okay I don't smoke? I was like, yeah, but pour something nice.
Yeah, I do have a little, in my champagne coupe, me and
fancy. Oh, excuse me, your champagne coupe. I wanted to give you props on University of Dope. I don't know if the listeners or viewers out there in the most popular podcast in this part of Brooklyn know about the University of Dope, but it definitely gave way for a new way of connecting through hip hop. Because what I love is that hip hop is already your opinion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And much of your top 5 and your top 10, much of it says about you, who you are, but also there's no right answer.
There isn't.
So what gives you like the love that you have? You've created this place of like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's one of those we took the conversations from the dorms, the barbershops, the bus stop, the beauty shop, everything in between, and made it into a card game, right? Because me and my business partner, it started off, we went to dinner, and I asked her, well, actually, it started off, do you guys remember that show, Cash Cab? You remember the show Cash Cab? Yeah, the game show where the guy picks people up in the cab, and if they
that was literally the only reason I still tried to get a yellow cab for years in New York. It's
so
keep talking. Give me a second.
No problem. My business partner, she lives in Connecticut, and she would come visit me in Brooklyn and say, man, I want to be going, I can't wait to cash a cash cab. And I'm like, well, you're not going to find no cash cab in Brooklyn. Like, he's not coming, right? But that was always like a running joke. And I said to her, like, man, I think if I was in a cash cab, I would be scared to get put out because I didn't name all the members of like En Vogue or something, right? So we laughed about that because I'm like, I only know Dawn. And then
I know Dawn.
Yeah, only know Dawn. That's it. And then I asked her if she can name all the members of Wu-Tang, because like that would be like a crazy question for him to ask you to cash cab. And she said yes. And I
didn't do it though.
Huh?
Did she do it?
No. We were at dinner, so I'm asking her if she can name all the members of Wu-Tang, and she said yeah. And I said, I don't believe you. There's mad people in Wu-Tang. And and then I said, okay, could you name all the members of Wu-Tang if you've been drinking? And she said yes. And I still didn't believe her. And we went back to my house and Googled Wu-Tang drinking game. That was literally in our Google search because we figured everything with the RZA exists. And it didn't. So we made it up.
Oh, wow.
University of Dope.
Nice.
So we were our own target audience.
So, well, that's also how it's got to be, right? Because there's a need for that. I think like this is the perfect time. What have you been up to with it this year? Like in how long ago did you start that?
Okay, so good question, because this year will be 5 years.
Nice.
Right? So it'll be 5 years in November. And but the beginning of 2020, we decided we wanted to rebrand, new box, new everything. And that was like top of the year plans for us. We'd expanded, brought some, people on who are dedicated. And then the pandemic hit, right? And it's just like, whoa, we used to promote doing like game nights, like in person.
Right.
So how do you do, what happens now? Because it's a tabletop game. So a lot of people were purchasing because, the 3 people that lived in their house, they wanted to play You Dope with them. So that was great. But what we did do, we did pivot and we created a game show.
Nice.
So it became the University of Dope game show. And what we would do, we would have guests on and they would come onto a platform and it would stream to Facebook, our Facebook and YouTube. And then people can play on the screen, but they can also, people who are in the audience can vote on their phone, just like how we have our tech set up. So they can vote on their phone. And essentially the contestants on the screen are playing against the audience. So, of course, how do you play? It is majority rule. So it's not what's the word? There's no right or wrong answer, right?
Oh, okay.
So if it was me, you, and O'Henny playing, and I say, erase one person from hip hop history, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, or Tupac.
Oh!
Whoa!
What?
Who you gonna erase, Joy?
What?
No.
I said that, and let's say you both decide, you know what? I'm voting out Nas. Let's say y'all voting out Nas. Y'all both voted for Nas.
No.
I would never
fine. All right, I was just gonna give an example. Now I'm gonna ask you for real. Who you erasing from hip hop history? Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, or Tupac?
To be honest, y'all didn't deserve Tupac, y'all. I'm taking Tupac away from y'all.
So you are erasing him from hip hop history. So this is like he was never born.
Y'all don't deserve him.
Okay. So we don't deserve him, so you're gonna erase him. Heard you.
I would not agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your choice?
Brooklyn, please forgive me for this.
Oh shit.
I say Jay-Z.
But no, I would erase Biggie just to find out if Jay-Z would still be Jay-Z without Biggie.
What? That doesn't make no. The answer is no. So the answer is already no. So you already got your answer.
Damn.
So then you end up erasing two people.
I mean,
hey, Thanos.
If you erase Tupac, you erase like a whole coast.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac with mad people.
I'm a New Yorker. I'm fine with that.
Nah, Tupac is from Brooklyn.
I get it.
Is from Brooklyn.
You can erase an entire coast, but it's like if I had to choose to not have the West Coast, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because you are a New Yorker.
I got 5 points in my background.
Like, yeah, you try.
And my
that's what I was like,
ODB on it.
And you said Queens first. That's what was real tacky.
Well, not even. I mean, I'm from the Bronx.
Oh shit.
See, but you ain't putting no Bronx people. You ain't putting none of your people in there up on the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because all right, because you know.
All right, well, who would you vote out?
Wait, hold on. I think I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
Are you frozen?
Okay, yeah.
Nah.
I that card is inspired by the conversations we all have. Right? Yeah. We all know we have that conversation with that lineup. So that's why it's so gut-wrenching. But for me, I change my answers depending on who I'm playing with because the game is a strategy game.
What?
Yeah, the game is a strategy game. That's why a lot of hip-hop heads lose because they think their opinions are facts. And I used to feel like that. And I would lose my own game. And I'm like, no.
Wait, how do you win? How do you win if there's no right or wrong answers?
You got to be in a consensus.
So there's no right or it's majority rules. So you said Biggie and you said Tupac. Let's say I said, I'm not even going to say Biggie. So let's say I said Tupac, right? You would have lost that round.
Yeah, okay.
Now, there's two ways to determine, I guess, points. You can play the way we call Big Willie style. It's clean. It's points. It's like Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
So whoever's in the majority will receive 5 points, and the first person at 50 points wins the game. But most people play it thug lifestyle, speaking of Tupac, and you just play it drinking and arguing the whole night.
See, look, even you even called it thug lifestyle. Okay. Speaking of thug life, El Chapo's wife.
El Chapo's wife.
Yes, El Chapo's wife was arrested in Virginia on drug charges. You think she did it? You think was she carrying those drugs, or are they just picking on El Chapo's wife?
I mean, it's one of those. I mean, yes. Short answer, yes. Whatever they said she did, she did. But but it's one of those, I guess. When you ride or die, dying is an option that many people forget. So,
yes. First of all, I don't want to die for nobody, not even myself. Like
I know that's what I'm saying, but I wouldn't have been there to begin with, right?
But I want to give my fellow woman, the benefit of faith. And say that she was just living her best life. And because she's El Chapo's woman, she's going to have this attention. And of course, they around her is going to have drugs on them because they, she's married to that lifestyle. So it's going to be around her.
Married to the life. It's the life. It's not her.
I'm saying, once you married to the life, it doesn't really matter if you did it or not. Like, that's just how I feel about it. That's what I think about it. That's how I feel about it. I think innocent until proven guilty is the law of the land, and I hope she gets a fair trial.
Oh my God! Yeah, you like what's it called? You like the PC the PC person of the year right now with that answer. Like she's like, I want to just make sure that I was like, hold on, who is this person?
You know, I got friends that are running for mayor and shit, so I'm trying to keep it balanced.
If you're the mayor, you can always mess up because if you're speaking of the mayor right now, former mayor, New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. First of all, I want to start off by saying, Rudolph, I don't like your first name. I don't know what it is about it.
Like, I just always want to add the red-nosed reindeer, Giuliani.
Yeah.
You know what? When you said Rudolph, I completely blanked out because we've been calling him Giuliani just for so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, he has a first name?
Yeah. Rudolph Giuliani.
Like, it made me want to Google that. Like, you sure that's his first name? I just felt like Giuliani. Is it not Giuliani?
Yeah. It is definitely not Giuliani. All right, I got my two next guests coming on. Give me a second. I got to go downstairs.
I really thought it was like Giuliani and Ani.
Yeah, his name is actually, it's Mayor Giuliani and then it's former Mayor Giuliani. Like that's his name.
Right.
It's his two names. I'm gonna bring on Stanford Reed. Y'all give it up for Stanford Reed. Introduce yourself, Stanford.
There you go.
What's up?
Yeah.
Morning.
What y'all sound all smooth on it? What's up?
Let me tell you, I haven't seen Stanford since the day he left for Asia. Talk about I'm going to find my people and shit. Like, okay, nigga ain't gonna come back. He like never came back. He's that father that like he's that 80s father. Just like, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back.
Damn. Gotta get some milk and cigarettes.
I didn't feel like I abandoned in that way so abruptly. You know, it's not that I never came back; it's I haven't come back.
You sent a couple cards. You sent a couple letters.
We got a loaded show here tonight, yo. It's going on.
I mean, the way the world is going, you probably ain't never coming back, bro. Would you want?
I thought about that too.
Are you still in? So you're in Asia now?
Yeah, I'm in Vietnam right now.
All right.
He the only black nigga in Asia right now, playing saxophone. Playing the saxophone, yo, you inspired me when we got out there and you played your first note out there, and I had to come back to America to do this Friends from College, so I had to fly back, and nobody thought I was gonna make it back out to Asia. And when I came back out to Asia, Stanford Reed, saxophone player extraordinaire, looked me in my eye. He was like, "Yo, I'm Asian, yo." He's like, "I'm staying here in Vietnam. I'm Asian from now on." And I ain't gonna hold you, yo. Y'all have a seat, man. Come in, have a seat. One of y'all have a seat right there.
I'm gonna come visit you, Stanford. I found out that I'm Asian too, and my genealogy report is like 3% Asian. I was like,
So tell them about yourself, Stanford. I'm gonna mute myself and have my in-studio guests come talk to me. But y'all, you gonna tell them about yourself, introduce yourself to AV, and as you know, Joy.
Yeah. Hello, AV. Nice to meet you. Yeah, my name's Stanford. I've been out here in Asia for the past almost 5 years. I'm out here doing music. I got my little home studio now, so now I'm working on that type of stuff. Was doing a lot of performances. Came out here originally with O'Henny, like he said, about 4 years ago to play in a festival. He left, went back to the States for 1 year, came back and visited me again. By the time he came back, I was I integrated out here, a big deal. And now I can't even imagine life elsewhere.
Yo, what does that feel like? Be like, how be like, what are the last like 5 years been in a real, I don't know, as short as possible, I guess. How would you sum up the last 4 years?
4 years. What has it been like? It's been like I don't know. So once I dialed my life into the kind of lifestyle I want to live, you know, as a person, if you come out somewhere, you're like a traveler, you kind of live without, you could be living without a sense of responsibility, without a sense of connectedness to the world around you. Kind of become like you can become like a hermit or something like that. So I didn't allow that to happen to me so much. It did for a little bit. Once I broke out of that, I don't know, it was learning the language a little bit, learning the language that was helping, that was making it so I could connect with people, and people was understanding my vibe.
Do you speak any Asian languages? Because I know there's like a lot, and you've been in a couple places, right? Because you didn't start. Did you start in Vietnam?
Sing Chow right now, baby.
Yeah, I started in we was in Cambodia and Thailand. Those those two languages I ain't learned much. I don't even know how to say hello in Thailand. Yes I do. But that's it.
So what about now that you're in Vietnam?
Yeah, I speak Vietnamese a little bit, little something. Yeah, I can hold my own out there. I walk around with a certain confidence too. Like the people who don't speak Vietnamese, you can see them coming. You can be like, oh yeah, they look lost. But me, I'll be out there. People be like, oh, they know me, I know them. I'm out here.
Okay. How long have you been in Vietnam?
4 years.
So you settled in Vietnam 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. Like 3.5.
What made you choose Vietnam versus, let's say, I don't know, like Japan?
So Henny asked me to come to Vietnam. That was the plan, to come to Vietnam, play in that festival. I came here, and then I didn't want to go nowhere else. It's Japanese people here. It's Koreans here.
Yeah.
Everybody here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is like I don't know. It's not like New York, but it is a little melting pot.
Yeah. And you're from New York, stateside?
I was born in Baltimore.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say your accent is different.
I love your accent, right? I don't know what kind of accent I got now.
Nah, it was New York, so I knew it was something.
There are certain parts of your speech that are like ingrained, so you're never gonna lose it. Like there's certain words you say and you be like "chew," and I was like, oh, okay, you haven't lost your accent at all. What I wanted to ask you is, how's the weed though?
How's the weed?
I mean, it is a podcast, so I gotta ask about the weed.
Sometimes the weed is really good and expensive. Sometimes I stay away from it. Sometimes I be trying to stay away from weed for a little bit. I can't lie. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. Every now and then, sometimes I evaluate my life kind of heavily, and I start trying to throw out the bath water, or, I don't throw out the baby with the bath water, but I'll be finding a way to get some of that bath water out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
so it don't get all over the place.
Intermittently, like everything is intermittent. You can't OD. There's a lot of people like during the quarantine that kind of like, I know they've gotten more into their drinking, like they become like straight alcoholics and like don't even recognize it because now it's such a normalized thing. Like we all home all the time, or we all, we in these captive spaces, even if we give ourselves like a small community to belong to outside of our house, for the most part, like we're spending most of our time alone. So like it's important to be able to have those boundaries with yourself and be like, yo, I don't drink. I stopped drinking months ago. I have drinks. I have a drink. Like right now I'm having one drink. You know what I'm saying? It's the first drink I've had since I was in Brazil, like over a week ago. You know what I mean? Like you have to be able to give yourself moderation and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where we was going with that, because he just like straight up and left.
Yes, and the weed out here is inexpensive though. It's inexpensive.
Is it legal?
Yeah.
Is it legal to drink there? I mean, it's smoke there. Is it legal there?
It's almost legal. They will stop. They like choose when to make it illegal. Like what? It's never like it's a weird choice of when to make it. Like it's like the cops also with traffic tickets. They like choose who to mess with. out there. It's a real specific sort of like structure to how they maintain their order out there.
I don't even talk about that no more.
Yeah.
People ask me. People they be asking about the cops and what I be like.
AV, do you travel a lot?
Me. I mean, before the pandemic, yeah, but since the pandemic and maybe like 6 months before. No, actually, the last time I went somewhere was right before the pandemic. I went to the West Coast.
Okay, how is it being a Black woman traveling? Are you worried about certain things, or are you just like free flying, your ponytail's just flanging in the wind?
That's it. That's it. I don't embrace like things that are projected. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, life is terrible because I'm Black. No, not doing it. So, I can't. And I know my experience is not everybody's experience, right? But I'm a type of person like, you know, Birdman, baby. I fly in any weather. You know, I'm just good. Like that's it.
I see you. Like, so we've all had time to sit down and be with the things we love, our crafts, our kids, our crafty kids. What have you felt like this time has been like advantageous to you? Have you taken your craft to the next level during this time? Were you lazy? What happened to you guys?
For me, everything tenfold. Everything was 10x. So I don't know if it's just, you know, natural progressions of things because I've been putting in the work for years before this, or everybody else is kind of like settled or grounded. So that was able to, you know, allow people to do things like craft when I'm doing crafts, because a lot of people are crafting now, or play games. So that has helped like elevate me. But yeah, the pandemic has been it's been a good amount of lemonade from these lemons.
Yeah, what about you, Stanford?
So during this quarantine, man, I've been evolving. Been making music at home, using it to develop new skills. I still make a little bit of money here and there. To keep myself afloat.
You teaching online? You teaching online? Are they doing unemployment out there, or like?
Nah. So I was making money. I was making money teaching in person.
Yeah. Oh, word.
Yeah, because there's some communities out here. Like I teach music.
Okay.
There's some communities out here where, like, you know, the kids go to school in the same little community they live in, so they can, when everybody else is canceled, they still have school. They can still do that thing because they can easily say, well, we control who comes in and out, so we know we good.
Oh yeah, so there was no coughing ass kids on you or nothing like that.
Nah, I ain't no problem at all.
Yo, can we hear some saxophone in? Can we hear some saxophone in real quick?
Some saxophone. Yeah. Maybe like 15 minutes. I guess I could.
We ain't got 15 minutes for the podcast, man.
I guess I could play. I'm thinking about it. It's like, you know, it's 8 a.m.
I'm about to say, what time is it over there?
It's 8 a.m. There's people in this building who gonna be like, this motherfucker. He they gonna be like,
you haven't soundproofed this shit yet?
I'm mildly soundproofing here.
Play the smooth low tones. Play something easy.
It's some mild.
Play me at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I got a little bit of soundproof on the wall in here, but let's see.
Give me the dweedoo.
8 o'clock in the morning.
You know?
While he goes and does that, I'll briefly say, I'll just repeat all of that. I think it's just like a settling. A lot of people don't realize how important it is to do nothing and let things settle. You know what I mean? You spend so much time moving. You know, it's like currently, if you constantly stir the sauce, how to like nothing settles, but like when you just let the shit just marinate, let it marinate.
Yeah, you gotta become mac and cheese. You gotta get that mac and cheese coming.
Good, and let it marinate, and that's what it is.
For sure, you gotta get that over crust of the mac and cheese. It can't be like that milky mac and cheese. I don't like that milky mac and cheese. Yo, Stanford Reed, you ready?
Yeah, I'm playing with this up.
Get that 8 o'clock in the morning. Give me that 8 o'clock in the morning, sweet Tweedle.
That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Give me that soft butter, sweet Tweedle. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Make you do this right here.
So
yes. Y'all give it up for Stanford Reed, y'all.
Not 8 o'clock in the morning here. Woo!
It is not. It's definitely not 8 o'clock in the morning here. We felt that in our. Yo, Stanford, your dreads is getting long, man.
Yeah, man. I let them lay down now. No more the little up joints.
Yeah, random. A slave statue popped up in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. A random slave statue, a statue of a slave who was free or freeing other black slaves, and his face.
He was a part of the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Okay, tell me more. Somebody did their study. Tell me more. Okay.
And he got freedom
by
being a part of the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Who's Lewis and Clark? Like Superman?
No, like the explorers who went across the Oregon Trail. Why do I know that? Because American education,
yes, American education is very Caucasian. Yes,
right.
I mean, I thought Superman too. Oh, honey, don't feel bad.
There we are. Anyway,
yeah.
and that statue just popped up. And no one has claimed responsibility yet, and nobody knows.
I bet you a white person did it. I
hope a white person did it.
Why?
So somebody made the statue. What is the statue made out of? Like a metal statue.
No, it's made out of. It's made out of statue. It's made out of statue.
Yeah, I mean, there's statues metal ones.
It's a metal head on what seems to be like a marble type pedestal.
It's it's like marble. It's marble with the head is like that shiny
statue.
Yeah, like that shiny black face that they be having black people laid on the museums. It's an official statue.
Gotcha.
I just don't feel like the black people have resources like that to just be hanging around, just throwing statues up in the middle of parks. They need their statues to make an impact, and be sold. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Stanford Reed, man. So you're not teaching anymore, and do you get to busk out there? Do you get to busk?
Busk? Oh no, I don't busk. I bust a while ago. If I start busking, if I was to start busking, I would have to get my Vietnamese up. I speak Vietnamese more. I can make a lot of money on a weekend.
You ain't speak Vietnamese yet, man.
I speak Vietnamese, but I'm still. What's the word? I'm still. It's the Ebonics, man. That's the best way I can describe it. Is that. Okay, so growing up in America, I'm African American. You know how we have a certain way of speaking and expressing ourselves. Kind of like you can see a person across the room and you can know what he's saying. Like, yo, something. You can get the message. Our tones and the way we speak is a certain way. When you learn a tonal language and there's certain words that I want to go up when I say that. My tone want to go up, but that in the language it go down. So it changes all my meanings, everything I say. So I can't really be myself. I gotta learn how to be like this other version of me, more or less, in order to speak this language.
That's crazy, yo. But I remember you used to have the word too loud down pretty good. So
I didn't.
You saying it wrong?
No, we say everything. Like everything you say out your mouth is wrong, yo. Every time you speak Vietnamese, all wrong, yo. Everything. When you say sin chow, that shit wrong. Yeah. Wrong.
I said it wrong.
You said it wrong. Say sin chow.
Sin chow.
Nah, that's it wrong. That's your emotions in it. Sin chow. That's how you want to say it. Yo, what up, sin chow, homie? Sin chow, everybody. Sin chow. Nah, that ain't nothing.
Yeah,
so how you supposed to say it?
Sin chow?
Sin chow.
Okay.
Sin chow. So you're supposed to bring the chow down.
It go down, yeah.
So what does sin chow?
You got
hello.
Oh, sin chow.
And so you want to be like, you want to say like hello to your friend. You be like, yo, chow bot, chow chi, chow an. You got to say the name of the pronoun afterwards. Yeah.
That's funny when you talk about like tones, because years ago I was in Ghana and I don't know tree.
So can you be like chow man?
But the thing was, right out there, when they speak, like, I mean, they speak English, but you know, when they speak tree, one of the native languages.
Tweet.
Yeah, tweet. This is why I said tree. Hold on, right? Because I'm Jamaican and it sounds like patois, like their tone. So I was able to understand a lot of the things they were saying just based off of the tone. Didn't know the word, couldn't respond back in Twi, but I could respond back in English, and people were looking at me like, how you know what I said? I don't know, because it just the vibration in the dialect sounds so much like patois. Yeah.
I can tell when they telling jokes out here. Like when for a while ago, somebody say something funny, I laugh first. Somehow I hear it. I was like, that was funny. I don't know why though.
Because it's the vibe. Vibes don't lie. Like around the world, vibes don't lie. Like I was good all day off of
I suddenly
Vesivote, like cuánto cuesta and no obrigado. No obrigado. No obrigado. No obrigado. This is like no thank you. No thank you.
Yeah.
I randomly can speak all languages at a certain point in my life.
It's the confidence is there. I think he starts with the confidence first.
Right. I support that notion. I agree with that. But you gotta have the confidence.
Yeah.
And like also the humility to just accept when shit is wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I always thought like if someone knew every language on earth, right? Would they be considered a dangerous person?
Hey.
No, I just think there will be your feelings will get hurt a lot.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think your feelings would get hurt a lot if you spoke every language.
Yeah.
Like for example, I be out, like I date girls who are from here. I date a local girl, and we might go somewhere. We might go out somewhere, and somebody might say something in the background, and I barely heard it. She understood the whole thing. And say we walk by a group of Chinese people, group of Koreans, group of Japanese, and you can understand all the languages. Sometimes people will say stuff, and you got to deal with all that input. It could be a lot.
Yeah, I get that. Then I'm thinking, right? Like, could someone be like a super villain if they knew all the languages? Like, I don't know, like it's translating stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that could be some origin story. You know, like you knew every language.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I feel like it would be very Charles Xavier-y. Like, it would just be such a burden to them to be able to understand everything being said around you at all times.
Yeah.
But
up the ante, like talk to animals.
Dramatic backstory happened. They could totally make him into a villain.
Yeah.
I see that.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Penny's back with us.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all can hear? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm back with you. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, well, as y'all can see, my band, as you can see, my bandwidth has come to its end. So that means this show has come to its end for this week. As I get more donations, I'm gonna buy more bandwidth. So I appreciate everybody's donations who have been given. And let me see if this works right here before I don't. I feel like y'all judging me. I feel like y'all judging me.
I just have a problem with my bandwidth right now.
No judgment.
Hello.
Hey, try Jesus.
Oh yeah, you're mobile. You're mobile better.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Better.
So yeah, man, my bandwidth is terrible. It's the end of the show. I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need you guys to give me your farewells. Give me your farewells. Tell me who, like, give me your shout outs, your links that you want to show. Like, you know, give me all of that stuff.
All right.
Starting with AV.
Yeah. Hey y'all, hey, thank you guys for checking me out. If you want to connect further, you can find me, AV Does What. It's right here in my name, but it's AVDOESWHAT on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, your mama house, everywhere. AV Does What, that's where you can find me. Also, University of Dope, first card game dedicated to hip hop culture, universityofdope.com. Right now we have our pre-sale for our R&B deck. It is the anatomy of R&B. It is the same unpopular opinions, but in a deep voice. And like I mentioned, AV Does What? DIY. So if you like crafts and DIY and all that jazz, holla at a player.
AV Does What?
A lion.
Okay, that's an interesting name. Who got that name for you?
Me.
Oh, you picked that name?
Yes.
That's
people would ask me, what don't you do? And I'm like, I don't know. AV does what? Like, you know, let's figure it out.
Okay, did that go through on that live chat? I think I sent it. I think I just texted University of Dope in the live chat. Hopefully that went out so people can see that.
Yeah, this is the Zach.
Yes, Stanford Reed. What do you have to promote?
What am I promoting, man? I'm promoting. I don't know. I don't know what I'm promoting right now. Just promoting peace, happiness, man. I got some new music coming out one of these days. I'm still working the process. I never produced a whole album like that before. I was about to say I gotta send you some shit, but I don't want to interrupt your process. But I've been in here working on with the 8-track recorder. So I said, I got some stuff. You see my process though. Oh, you dropped me something. You dropped me something. I probably use it today. That's how I am right now. I'm getting them in and out.
Okay, definitely.
And I got a new Instagram. It's called Basquiat a lot. At Basquiat a lot because people always say I look like Basquiat a lot.
Oh, okay, that's mad funny. That is mad funny. That's smart right there. Keep working it.
Basquiat a lot.
Word.
Yeah. What's up, Joy? What about you?
I just made it simple for everybody. Become a patron. I'm really tired of asking for money all the time. Just like support a sister to make this art. I'm currently like focusing on visual and writing and stuff, so it's going good. Follow me, patronize me. Women's Black History Month year. You know, happy Juneteenth. Live your best life.
Yeah. Once again, I'm O'Henny Cornelius. I'm so thankful for my guests, my co-host, my esteemed co-host and executive producer, Joy, the goddess, AV Perkins with the DIY expert.
Yourself.
That's what I'm saying. DIY. God damn it. Do it yourself.
Yes.
Do it yourself. AV Perkins with the do-it-yourself expert. She's a do-it-yourself expert. And my man Stanford Reed, one of the closest friends that I have in the musical world, that I really appreciate seeing him explore his artwork in another country. Y'all give it up for everybody today. I'm going to go work on my bandwidth right now. I'm hustling my ass off to get a good job. So I can get this. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right. Don't judge me.
We still love you, but we're
I just bought a microphone today. So, now next up is bandwidth. Y'all shout me a holler. This is the podcast. The podcast.
Podcast.
Peace. All right. Y'all be safe.
All right.